Hey everyone, this is Dan once again, and I'm just doing a little video response here. I had someone shoot me an email just asking some places that I'd recommend properly lubing the Sig Pro 2022 and the Sig Pro series of semi-automatic weapons. So I thought I'd just do a little follow-up on this. So it's a very easy weapon to take care of and maintain. Basically, I just recommend a couple tools. I use rim oil as my lubricant there. You know, you can find it everywhere. And I mean, unless you're in an extreme tactical situation, this works just fine. There are a couple dry lubes that I use as well. Rim dry lube. And that's a very good one if you're in a dusty situation, sandy situation, or you know if you're going to carry a weapon in your pocket or somewhere where it's exposed to a lot of lint. Dry lubes are very effective. So Rim Dry is a very good one, and also Century Solutions Smooth Coat Dry Formula. That's a very effective dry lubricant for your weapon. Doesn't leave any residue, and you can simply just blow dust off. So, but I'm going to do regular traditional lubrication here. Got a couple of couple pieces of cloth to apply the lubrication to, and then I got a microfiber cloth as well to wipe down. So basically, I like to start with the guide rod. This is an aftermarket guide rod. If any of you have seen my previous review of the Sig Pro, know that I like the steel, and SIGs in general know that I like the steel guide rods versus the polymer. So just add a couple drops of, and you don't need to over lubricate at all, just a couple drops of lubrication on this cloth here. And then just rub down the guide rod and the recoil spring as well. Just get a couple drops in there. Easy as that. Take down lever. Give that a little bit of lubrication as well. Right on the pin here. And also on the barrel, I recommend lubricating right at these junctions here. Let's get a couple more drops there. Recommend the top of the barrel because this gets a little bit of friction from the slide, so just wipe there. Wipe the barrel down right quick, and then just a gentle application on the feed ramp. Now you really just need a light application of oil in all these parts. If you know you've left too much, if you see a lot of residue left behind, basically if you just put your finger in, and if you could just barely see your fingerprint, that's an adequate amount of lubrication. I'm going to get a new little piece of cloth, add a couple more drops of oil. Now I'm going to pay a little attention to the guide rails, pardon me. Now I've fired a few thousand rounds through this particular rifle, and this is one of the areas where you definitely notice the wear first on the guide rods. The good thing about the Sig Pro is that the guide rods are replaceable. You can find those guys, but for the extend the lifetime of this weapon, make sure you lube these guys up pretty good. A light gun grease is also great, but as I mentioned, I just personally prefer the just liquid lubrication. So just rub that down a little bit. And then the back guide rods, you have two sets of guide rails, pardon me, the front and the rear, and then just rub those down a little bit. And then also the trigger mechanism. It's right inside here. You probably can't see it that well, but just add a couple more drops. And then just lightly with your finger, rub that down. Give you a nice smooth trigger pull. Pay a little attention to the little springs here. And after a few thousand rounds, I definitely recommend oiling the springs for the hammer as well. And just pretty much anywhere that comes in contact with other metal parts, you just want to rub that down. And then this is the only part that, excuse me, This is the only part where I actually typically apply it directly, is right on the actual slide here, on the little indentations where the guide rails sit. Just put a drop or two. Actually, I usually like to put one drop in front and one drop in the rear. Do that on both sides. And there you go. And then you'll just let that slide through right quick. Reassemble your weapon. And also, let me remind you, you definitely want to clean your gun first before you lubricate it. I skipped that stage just because I just wanted to answer this question right quick. So to reassemble the Sig Pro, easy as this. Guide right back. Slide the barrel in. Guide right. Then let's slide that back. And make sure you line that up. Oops, and that's one thing that you definitely want to do too. Make sure that you line your barrel up as well. There's a little hole in there where you line your barrel up to put that back in, or you'll have a little malfunction like I just did. And then you want to manipulate this slide a couple times. And there you go. You've just properly lubricated your Sig Pro 2022. Hope that helped you out there.